So you have your smartphone, you know how to use your light, you have a great idea on how to style your photographs, and the icing on the cake of taking great photographs is knowing how to create a beautiful composition. So my number one tip to great composition is creating some sort of movement throughout your photograph. And as you'll notice, I do this a lot by using ribbon. So what happens is something that looks rather stagnant and flat, it creates this movement that draws your eye into the photograph and it keeps you there a little bit longer. If you're doing a close-up, say look at this flower here, I've cropped into some of the flowers surrounding it, and this definitely creates a movement and it makes me want to look right into the face of that flower. Something you might want to try is back out and take a photograph of the whole scene and then play with your cropping and notice how when you crop those extra items that are supporting your main subject, how it really brings the eye onto the main subject and makes those other items less important. When you practice this, it will really train your eye. Another tip to great composition is to try different angles. I think that we all have a go-to where we just snap a photo at eye level where we all see it, but what might make a photograph even more interesting is shoot it from a direction that nobody sees it. This will add just that extra spark, that composition that you might be looking for. And the great thing about working with a smartphone is you can shoot as many photographs as you want to. So even if you're doing a flat lay and you're shooting straight down, once that's done, bring your phone over and do a side angle as well. So just taking the time to try a new angle can take a photograph of this object from looking like this to like this. Really looking at the balance of your objects in the photograph and also watching for dead space. And you know, there's really not a rule for this. You just want to look and notice. Sometimes having white space, as we call it, in a photograph is really beautiful, but you want to make sure that's balanced. So that's why I bring them together. Watch for those. It just takes some practice. And again, this is really about your taste. It's about finding what works for you and what you think is beautiful and really putting your creativity into your photograph. Since I have photographed almost all the projects on our site, one of the things I do practice is photographing every single craft project for a square. Sometimes this is harder than other times because some projects just don't fit in a square, but I think it's really good practice if you are sharing your photos on social media, because you know on Instagram and Facebook they always look really pretty in a square and they're easier to share. So I'm going to give you that as a challenge. When you're shooting your craft project, make sure that at least one photo looks great in a square. So now you have everything you need. You have your smartphone, you know how to work with the best light in the world, you have some ideas on how you want to style things, and you're getting to understand composition. So what do you think? Are you guys ready for a challenge? I'm going to throw one out. So go out and try these steps and use hashtag Leah's Photo Challenge because we want to see what you guys are doing. And of course, you know we love to share your photos, your gorgeous projects on our social media, especially when the photographs are as beautiful as the projects.